Imagine waking up one day and suddenly nothing works. No internet, no electricity, no phones, no satellites, planes grounded, banking systems offline, entire cities in darkness. This may sound like a dramatic sci-fi scenario, but leading scientists warn that something like this could happen as early as 2025. In today's video, we explore a powerful threat from our very own star, the Sun, and the possibility that a massive solar storm could strike Earth during the peak of its activity cycle. What would happen if the world's technological infrastructure was suddenly shut down? And more importantly, are we prepared? What exactly is a solar storm? A solar storm, or solar flare, is a massive explosion on the surface of the Sun, ejecting plasma and highly charged particles into space at speeds of up to several million kilometers per hour. Normally, Earth is protected by its magnetic field, a natural shield that redirects most of this radiation. But if a flare is strong enough, and if it hits Earth directly, that shield may not be enough to prevent large-scale disruption. This has happened before. In 1859, the most powerful solar storm ever recorded hit Earth. It is known today as the Carrington Event. Telegraph systems, the most advanced technology of that time, sparked violently, caught fire in some cases, and operators were shocked by electrical currents traveling through their equipment. Auroras lit the skies as far south as the Caribbean. People thought the world was ending, but here's the most important fact. That happened in a world without power grids, without satellites, without GPS, and without the internet. Now imagine the same event happening in 2025 in a world where almost everything depends on technology. If a solar storm of similar magnitude were to strike Earth now, scientists estimate the GPS and satellite networks could fail instantly, air traffic and navigation systems could collapse, global banking and financial systems may go offline, power grids could suffer weeks or even months of blackouts, communication networks would go down, and satellites could be permanently damaged or knocked out of orbit. Even a single severe storm could affect billions of people. Solar activity follows an 11-year cycle. Right now, the Sun is reaching its maximum energy phase, solar cycle 25, expected to peak between 2024 and 2025. NASA, NOAA, and ESA scientists have publicly warned that this period carries an increased risk of severe solar events. While the probability of a direct hit remains low, they all agree on one thing. It's not a question of if a major solar storm will hit Earth. It's a question of when. There are early warning satellites monitoring the Sun. Sometimes we get a few minutes to a few hours of warning before particles reach Earth. But the truth is, if a monster flare is heading directly toward us, there is nothing we can do to stop it. Our best defense is temporary shutdown and protection of critical systems. Even SpaceX has reported preparing Starlink satellites for potential interference. A realistic outcome could be a temporary disruption in satellites and communications, but in the extreme scenario, global power grids could be damaged beyond immediate repair. In that case, we would go from the digital age back to the pre-electric era. In minutes, according to NASA, there is a 1.6% chance per decade for an extreme solar storm. It may not happen in 2025, it may not even happen in our lifetime, but another study calculated that if the Carrington event were to happen again today, economic losses would exceed $2.6 trillion, potentially becoming the first disaster to fully collapse modern civilization. The Sun gives us life, but it also contains the power to reset our technological existence in an instant. We cannot prevent solar storms, but we can prepare, develop better shielding systems, and redesign critical infrastructure. Until then, we remain one powerful flare away from silence. So, let me ask you a question. If the world went dark tomorrow, would we be ready? Science isn't about fear, it's about preparation. Thanks for watching.